As you may know by now, the cryopods will not be included in the island when Ark Survival Ascended goes live, and it won't be implemented until a later date, perhaps as far back until the extension map comes out, and I will explain why this will be a huge disaster. In case you haven't done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to receive our latest videos. Comments, likes, and shares are greatly appreciated, and with that, let's get started. I can already see that the absence of the cryopods will cause some big problems for us for several reasons. Breeding is going to be terrible. You remember when we had to hand feed the babies because there was no meowing? Or when we had to be up every 4 hours or so. And I remember when I would get up on the time that I thought the imprint was needed, just to find out that I was like an hour or two early because the lag on the server kept pushing the time back. We will be missing some imprints, I'm sure. Speaking of lag, that is the second problem we may run into because we all know that when our dinos loiter around, it causes major lag. I say maybe we will be dealing with this problem because we are getting an engine upgrade, so that will probably help, at least at first. But eventually, it will bog the server down. That brings me to problem number 3. And that's people leaving their dinos around the obelisks and other places like probably in front of caves and sometimes even in front of your doors. People that like to grieve. And I know that we can just simply put a ticket in, but it still sucks having to put the ticket in, then waiting for the GMs to show up. And sometimes, they may be a day or a few days behind, depending on how many issues they're dealing with. That brings us to problem number 4, which is dino cap at the tribe level and server level. I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen right away, but you do have some people that really like to breed dinos, so who knows how long that's going to take. But I remember when we were breeding, and whenever the babies would hatch, they would instantly disappear. That's how we learned the hard way. The 5th issue that I see is more geared towards PvP, and that is that no more raiding for dinos. You can steal eggs and loot, but it's not the same. I find that stealing the enemy's dinos was so much more satisfying. Issue number 6 is getting stuck in dinos' bodies and not being able to get out because you have no tribe mates that are online at the moment. This has happened to me. Sometimes I accidentally whistled all and they would all bum rush me. Also, don't forget that when your baby Giga hatches, you end up sometimes getting stuck on its butt. That's the worst. And probably the most significant issue that I see out of all of this is the hassle to get from point A to point B. Like for PvE to do the boss fights. And even in PvP, I mean, they have to do boss fights too, but also when they go raiding, the enemy will be able to see them a mile away. What other issues do you see coming due to no cryos? But with all that said, I will be honest, my peeps. I'm perfectly okay with this change, at least at the beginning, because it will make it much more challenging, and I'm up for the challenge. But I wouldn't be opposed to Wildcard reintroducing the cryopods when Scorched Earth is implemented, because I think breeding will be in full swing by this point. At least my breeding will. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And also turn on your notifications. So that's it for me. This is Beast Demon, and I will see you on the next one.